Hello, YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Pinstar Plays War Hospital. So War Hospital is a game, well, it's exactly what it says on the tin. It is you are running a hospital in the middle of a war, specifically World War I from the perspective of Great Britain. So this is, for those of you coming here for 2-point hospital stuff, much more serious of a game. There is zero tongue in zero cheeks in this. This is a bit more on the grittier side, but it is more focused on the management side of things rather than any kind of gunplay. This is not an FPS or anything even resembling that. So I figured, you know what? Let's dive right in. I got this press copy for free from the developer, Brave Little Lamb. Thank you very much. So let's dive in, shall we?
Dear son, I was unable to stop the events that led to the fact that today I am going to the front and you are no longer there. You cannot imagine how much pain I carry in my heart. With your death, I question the sense of my continued existence.
This must be some kind of joke.
But fate throws me to a place where I might be able to save your colleagues and many others.
So yes, this is sort of leading us into the tutorial, but I've played a bit through, well, first off, through the whole tutorial, so I will be your tutorial. So yes, we are, this is the hospital, or rather the campus of the hospital, and we are the head doctor here. Now, the name of the game is obviously taking care of soldiers that have been wounded in the trenches. However, supplies are limited, very limited. So we need to be careful and cautious with what we do, what supplies we use, who we use, everything. So yeah, we have so the first stop, or the main thing here, is the casualty clearing station here. This is where wounded patients will be brought initially. They will sit here and wait for operations, and if the operation is successful, they operate here in the operating ward. If it's successful, then they get sent down here to the rehabilitation center where they recover, and then based on your decision, you can either send them back out to the front yard, send them to HQ, or let them retire from service, each with different benefits based on which of the three you choose. So let's go into the CCS. Now we've got our first thing here. The card here is basically, as patients come in, they line up here, and the nature of their wound is very different depending on the nature of their wounds, rather. Up here is how long it will take us to operate on this patient. Less than an hour. Pretty darn short, actually. The difficulty of the operation is kind of misnamed. It should be how how tiresome it is. A 6-star difficulty will absolutely exhaust your surgeon, and yes, how well rested your surgeon is a very big component. But then the failure chance here, this is how likely the operation is to go badly, even if you do everything else right. Some things are just some injuries are just way too serious. And this, as we can see, this poor guy here has got 6 out of 6 failure chance. But I think this is a scripted one. It also tells you, very importantly, the cost of the operation. We have 40 medical supplies to our name. This operation will cost 4 of them. This tells us what their current condition is. Good, all the way down to terminal. The longer a patient sits around waits, the worse their condition gets. But that kind of means you have to, prioritize people based on their conditions. And then this is the wound severity. This is how quickly their condition deteriorates. This guy has the lowest wound severity, so he can stick around for quite a while before his condition gets really, really bad. There are other people that might come in that are starting to bleed out and will die very quickly. Lastly, we see their merit as a soldier. These little notches up here, they can be 1, 2, or 3. 3 is the best. That determines how many rewards you get if you successfully cure them. But right now we only have the one person. We're going to link him up to the doctor here, and that will. Now, we've got a few other things that we need to do here. We need to request personnel, hire personnel. So we have 10 people points here, basically. These are extremely difficult to come across. So basically, we need to be very careful about what we're doing, who we're hiring. There's also a specific amount of space for all of these team members. So what I'm going to do, we're going to get our second surgeon real early here. That costs us 4 points by itself. We're going to get one more medic team. We're going to get another engineer. We're going to get another nurse. And that leaves us that costs us 9. We have 10. I would love another engineer, a second engineer, but that's going to be problematic. What we could do, I think just the one more engineer, and then we'll get another engineer later on. But we do want to make sure we have all the teams, and especially the extra surgeon and the extra nurse here. So we're going to order, and they will be coming shortly. Now, we do have a few other people. If we go to our personnel, to our assignment. So we've got 3 medical teams. Right now, the only places they can go are the casualty clearing station. This is where you need people here to ferry them between, the operating room and back. Cemetery, obviously, for those who don't make it. So let's see. And also, different teams have different preferences. We haven't unlocked the shift system yet, but that's okay. We're going to just throw a team into here. Now, right now, all we have is just 24-hour shifts, but you can manually pull people out. We'll put 2 people in here just to get things going here. We have 2 nurses. Would prefer not to work in the rehabilitation center. Wow, neither of them want to work in rehabilitation. Wow, okay. In that case, one of you is going to go to the operating ward, and one of you is going to go to casualty clearing. So the nurses are not required, but they help the outcomes. So the improved operation effectiveness might cause an operation that would have gone bad to go well. And then this one slows the rate of decay of the state within people in the casualty clearing house while they wait. Now, we have our engineers. We have 2 of them. Right now, the only thing they can really do is build things, but I want to get them building things right away. These improvements are sort of like your tech tree. These are what allow us to start constructing new things and getting better things on here. I want to go to production because part of the name of the game is making our own equipment and our own stuff. Because as mentioned, we have limited supplies, but we can make our own supplies slowly. but the quicker we get making our own supplies, the better off we'll be. So we're gonna get the pharmacy first, like right off the bat. And they're gonna get cranking away at that. As far as another improvement, if there's something else we can work on while we wait, could probably get the shift system, might be useful. Oh no, the base amenities, this one's going to be super important. So this when your people get exhausted, they need to rest. This decreases the amount of time it takes for them to recover their energy by 10%, which is really, really important, especially for your surgeons. Let me just double check to see if there's anything else I can think of that might be more important. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't do housing. The healing, actually, X-ray is going to be a big one. Amputation tools, also very important. Actually, all three of these are going to be important. Let's start with the X-ray. There we go. So we don't have any nurses in the rehabilitation center yet, but when we get our next nurse in, provided they don't also hate working in the rehabilitation center, we'll put them in the rehabilitation center.
Sir, medics are on the way.
So everyone chills out here. And yes, I know there's nobody in the cemetery yet, but there's nobody dead yet. That will change.
Sir, engineers reached the construction site.
So you got one team. We have a ambulance here with more patients. We have the one patient that we started with being brought to the operating ward. So now we have a new patient here. So this person, two-star, light wound, 3-hour operation, only takes 2 supplies, much easier, much quicker. Yeah, this is going to be an easy peasy one. So you can plan out the resting. You can plan out your operations here. You can also tell your surgeons when to rest. Like, do these 2 patients and then rest. That's very important to planning things out. Because managing the game does track the exhaustion level of all of your staff, but managing your surgeons are especially important, so it's extremely granular on how you do that. All right, we got another patient in here. So you take a lot more supplies, 5 supplies, and you're only a 1. I'm gonna put you on here, but there's something else I might do, but I need to research it first.
Nurses reached the casualty clearing station.
All right, rebuilding the pharmacy. They're also building the X-ray in the operating ward. You can also see the person being operated on here.
Sir, we lost this patient.
Yeah, that was the 6-star difficulty patient, unfortunately. And like I said, I think even if you get, depending on the roles, it's kind of scripted that your first patient is a death. So we will assign you guys to the cemetery so that you can get the patient out of there
Medics are on the way.
and get them to the cemetery. Now, one overarching thing is the morale here. Morale is basically one of your lose conditions. If morale reaches 0, you lose the game. And obviously deaths of patients lower morale. There's other ways to improve it. Okay, so we finished the pharmacy. We do want to get cranking on that. They're resting right now, but they're not so tired that they can't be put on something else. But we have our pharmacy production. Yeah, all their hands drying pistol increases the production of the pharmacy by 25%. This is extremely important. Running out of supplies is very common and very, very dangerous. But I mean, that's kind of a given. The other potential one is the amputation tools. Actually, this one's a lot quicker to do. And that one patient that was, yeah, this gives us an option. I'm going to actually do amputation tools as our next thing here. We'll go ham on the pharmacy pretty soon. All right, so the next patient is being brought out, and we can see their progress here.
Sir, engineers reached the construction site.
Yeah, the fact that we don't have anyone in the rehabilitation center is fine until we need to, until we actually save someone, because then they get brought over here and it takes them time to recover there before we can reap the rewards for having cured them. But like I said, those employees that we ordered should be arriving shortly. Now, the thing about the cemetery is not only do your cemetery workers have to bring the dead, they actually have to take time to bury them. And this becomes problematic later on, because the rate of dead that come in can outstrip their ability to bury them. So definitely want them to finish their burials right now. Oop. And we have a complication. So sometimes there are random things here. The patient suffered from cardiac arrest. We need to reanimate him. I fear the patient's heart will not withstand the procedure. Continue the procedure. So this will make it slightly more likely that they're going to die. Or if we take a more careful approach, we prolong the operation by 2 hours, 44 minutes, but it also makes it less. Actually, since there's few people, I'm going to take the more careful approach. So this operation is going to take longer than normal, but that's also going to give them a better chance of surviving. If there was a gigantic line built up, if the casualty clearing station was full up, I might have gone with the other option. You got to make hard choices, because you do not have enough of everything to get everything done cleanly. That's kind of the name of the game here. We can see the progress of all of our upgrades here. And actually, by delaying his operation, that'll get them time to get the X-ray in, which means they'll get the bonus survival chance from the X-ray. So that's actually kind of a win for me. All right, X-ray is complete. Now let me check my improvements. See, also let me just check my assignment. How tired are you? So you can tell as they get more and more tired, they go from blue to white to like orange to red. And if they get so tired that they collapse, that's really bad. So you don't want to push them till that, but he's not that tired yet. So I'm going to slip over here to production. Let's get this drying pistol. This costs us, also each of these costs us drafts. These are basically goodies from HQ, favors and whatnot that you get from them that you need for ordering supplies, but also improving things. But yeah, we want this because this making your own medicine is super, super important. So we're going to improve you. Oh, we have our new engineer. Our new staff came in. Excellent. So we'll send our new staff member in here. We'll let our other guy rest. He only needs to rest for just shy of 3 hours. That's fine. He can chill. Although we could also use him to keep teching up here. I do kind of want to get the shift system in place. This allows us it gives them extra slots for nurses. He should be good to do for a 5-hour assignment. He should be good. As you can see, we spent ourselves down to 1. we're going to need to give all of our engineers a break once they finish up all these constructions. But that's okay.
Sir, engineers reached the construction site.
All right. Oh, there's the X-ray construction. That's fine. Oh yeah. So we also got the amputation ability here. So what we're going to do here. So what amputation does is it cuts the time it takes to operate on somebody in half, but it also cuts the amount of supplies needed. So by amputating here, we only need 2 supplies instead of 5. Now, this guy is going to be unfit for duty, but we can release them after, provided they survive. So yeah, we have our second surgeon. Might as well have them start working on them and let our other surgeon rest. Now, the consolation prize you get is if you send somebody home, like if you relieve them of service, you get a morale boost. And amputated people have to be released. You lose out on the other 2 options with an amputation. But for somebody who is only 1 star, that's not, necessarily, you don't want to blow all of your medical supplies on someone who's not going to give you a lot of benefit. Seems kind of cold-hearted, but it's kind of one of the decisions you got to make. Also, our engineer finished. We do have one more thing. Is there an improvement that only costs 1 that we can build? Increases speed of rehabilitation. Those all take 2. You take 3. Need to see if there's one. Watermill. Well, that lets us do manual food production. We get automatic food production. This lets us supplement it, but we don't have enough engineers to really do that. In that case, I'm probably... Oh, the advanced dressing station. This I'm not gonna open this one up just yet. That's when you start getting battles on the front lines, you need the advanced dressing station to basically have your medic teams be able to fetch people from the trenches to a place where you could potentially cure them. Yeah, everything else requires more notes here. I mean, I guess I could open up the advanced dressing station here. It only takes an hour, and he's not too exhausted. And we got some more patients coming in.
Sir, new patient arrived.
All right. Go inside the CCS. So here, we have a 3-star and a 2-star patient. This guy has a more severe. See how there's 2 bullet wounds here? So they're already, the best condition is good. A step down from good is stable, but this guy's gonna go downhill quickly. Not super quickly. There's worse ones, but we need to treat him sooner rather than later. So we're gonna give you that. And then you, I mean, you're not bad either. Also, hang on. So three, we don't need to amputate you. And for you, you only cost 2, no amputation needed. Assuming this person doesn't, I'm going to assign our group here just so that they can chill and rest for a little
Sir,
bit.
medics are on the way.
Hopefully these guys don't die and we don't need to immediately send them back out. It is a long walk to the cemetery. Oh yeah, our nurse. Well, as soon as we get
Sir, engineers reached the construction
as soon as we get somebody who's actually cured, then I'll send the nurse down there to watch over the rehabilitation center. For now, I'm just going to let her rest. Let's speed it up just a little bit. Almost done with our first one.
Operation was successful.
All right, successful operation. Let's get that nurse in place. All right, do you... All right, well, you don't hate working the rehabilitation center, so that works out nicely. We're going to need another nurse to flesh this out, but for now,
Sir,
she's good.
nurses are on the way.
All right, we have our next person coming up, and another team is taking them to the rehabilitation center.
Sir, operation was successful.
All right, another success. Excellent. And yeah, the ruthless humanitarian just gives you basically how many people did you cure versus how many people died under your watch. Ruthless doesn't necessarily mean you did something, well, ruthless. I mean, you could have done everything perfectly and they just got a bad roll on the on that. And unfortunately, you can't move the rehabilitation center like right here or something like that, because that would be so much faster. No positional improvements to be had, for the moment anyway. And then, yeah, after so we're going to tell you, after you finish this operation, go rest. After you finish this operation, go rest. Oh yeah, our engineers, personnel assignment, engineers, you're resting. Okay. And yeah, this guy's... Let's get you off of there. See how it's yellow? He's exhausted.
Sir, engineer is on the way.
There's a bit more manual manipulation earlier in the game. All right, so now we have our two patients here. It takes them quite a while to rehabilitate, but you don't need to have a doctor doing anything, or they're not consuming more supplies. They are consuming food, but everything else. But once they're rehabilitated, then we're good to go, and we get to decide their fate.
Engineers reached the construction site.
Also, I think what I'm going to do, because it is quiet, is we're going to let our casualty clearing medics
Sir, medics are on the way.
let them sleep a little bit, just to stay ahead of it while it's quiet. It does not stay quiet for long.
Sir, medics reached the casualty clearing station.
Okay, good. Our two techs are all set. So what we want to do now is let's go here. Assignments, engineers. They're all resting, as they should. Because what I want to do now, we have 24-hour. So what we're going to do, we're going to put you on 12-hour shifts, except for you. You're going to be 24, but I'm going to have to manually take her off when she starts getting exhausted. The other thing I might do, would prefer not to. Yeah. So one of you is going to be off schedule. I think it's more important to have a nurse in the operating ward than the casualty clearinghouse, just to improve outcomes.
Sir, nurses are on the way.
But the other thing I want to do, now that we have the schedules set, is medic teams. You two can go here, and you're going to be... And yeah, we've got our doctor resting, which is good. I do need to, but I don't have the papers for it yet. Get that plus resting speed. So yeah, as you can see, our rehabilitations here are going a little bit faster. This is the 6-hour marathon operation that this person's doing. So that doctor will get some much needed rest. And here comes some more patients.
Sir, new patient arrived.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, we'll pay the 4. We're gonna let him rest. And then when he comes back, this patient will be tended to. And then this guy will, after he finishes this operation, will get some much needed rest. Now, the other thing you can do with your papers is order supplies from the train station. But they are very expensive in terms of papers. You can get more personnel, but you need these personnel points, and those come from completing quests and other events. You can see what normal... We do get a normal supply of train. These little wrenches are just like general supplies, which are converted into other things when we start doing manufacturing. Which actually we should be able to do now. Yeah, okay. So we're going to have 2 engineers working in the pharmacy, 12-hour shifts. Would prefer not to work in the pharmacy. Okay. Would prefer to work in the pharmacy. Beautiful. And yeah, they're not working the engineering depot. That's fine. So these 2 will basically be constantly manufacturing medical supplies. And then we have 1 engineer available for construction, which again will...
Sir, engineer is on the way.
Oh, another new person. All right, 3-star. Yeah, absolutely. That's only a 3-hour. We can put both of these onto you. So now we will slowly be producing our own surgical supplies,
Sir,
rather.
Operation was successful.
Excellent.
Sir, doctor is starting a new shift.
So our 1 doctor finished the operation, went to go rest, and now the other...
Patient is cured.
All right, patient is cured. So the one guy that we had amputated automatically gets put into, these are the three things that you can do. You can either release them from duty, which increases your morale. You can send them to HQ, which gives you the papers, or you can send them to the trenches, which at the moment does not seem like it is necessary. It will be in the near future. Basically, the Germans are kind of close to the hospital, and you need some local soldiers to help keep them at bay. So sending them to the front is you need to send a certain number of them to the front to make sure the trenches. But at the moment, we have not gotten to the point in the story where we need to start doing that. So everyone's going to be going to the HQ. Now you can just pre-slot them into this, and they'll be sent off once they're ready. They still have to rehabilitate. That's just sort of pre-deciding what you want to do with them once they're ready. And then actually here we got a new, this is the guy, the 6-hour person. And I will also send you to the HQ once you're ready. He's going to take a lot of rehabilitation time. Did we, yeah, we have that. So yeah, these two are being operated. These are 3-star soldiers. Basically, the reason why you care about the stars of the soldiers is if you send them to the front lines, how effective of a fighter they are is dependent on their little bands here. And if you send them to HQ, how many papers you get from them is dependent on this. So a 3-star person here would give us 3 papers if we sent them to the HQ. Okay, we're back. So let's see how we are. We're close. So let's continue on, because I think we need to get more. Yeah, our casualty clearinghouse is going. They're getting operated on, and our other doctor is taking a much needed rest. The advanced wound dressing station's up here, by the way. But again, until we start doing the fights on the front lines.
Patient is cured.
Nice. All right, so the patient is cured, which means they get to go home because we sent them home. And now they were 2-star soldiers. So we got 2 new papers, which means we have 3, which is good. Camp improvements. What are we going to do with our 3 papers? I think we were going to do, yeah, the staff lodging. That's important. Ooh. Yes, I know our military draft stocks are complete.
Engineers reached the construction site.
So that will make everybody, not just our surgeons, but just all staff members who go to rest.
HQ, sir. Sir, our defensive line has been broken. Multiple casualties.
So now, well, soon they should be introducing the concept of the front lines people, and also needing to reinforce our own front lines. But this is sort of the lead up to it. This is a scripted event, not a random one. This whole game is laid out in chapters. So this is chapter 1. So the different things you come across. There are some scripted ones. There are some random events, like the surgery events. Yeah, we're good. I don't know why it keeps flashing red. I mean, there isn't a nurse there, but you don't need a nurse. It's not required. Like, you do need a nurse in the rehabilitation center.
Sir, operation was successful.
Excellent. We're on a roll here. And since we only have 1 team on there, they got to take them out of here before they get the next one. But the next guy's not, like, about to die. He's still good condition. Doctor's still rested. So we're good. Let's speed you up a little bit.
Sir, Doctor is starting a new shift.
The heck?
Sir, survivors...
Oh my. That was, yeah, we got 6 new patients in. That was that. Yeah. Yeah. So now I am really glad our doctors are so well rested because we're going to need them. Okay. Starting with the best, lowest condition and worst things. These 3 have double gunshot. You're going to get first billing. You're going to get second billing here. You 6 meds. I'm gonna give you to this guy, and we're gonna amputate. That cuts it down to 3 meds. Now down to the less severe people. We're going to, yeah, you're all 1 stars. These 2 are very tiring for the doctors, so we got to spread these 2 out. That will make them exhausted. We will amputate. We bring you over here, amputate. You are fine, just as normal. And then, yeah, rest. That's how we're going to do it.
The north.
That's going to, and I'm amputating again.
Angus McFidley, commanding the 36th. My orders are to set up a temporary line of defense north of here, but I will not be able to do that with our limited forces.
I understand. How can we help, Lieutenant Colonel?
Heal as many of the soldiers from the front line as possible. Having them reinforce our defensive line will help our men significantly.
How many do you need?
As many as you can provide, I'm afraid. Intelligence reports suggest that Germans will launch an attack on our position on the 8th of June, probably around noon.
What about reinforcements from HQ?
There will be none. Not until the 21st of June.
I'm going to put them in pending for now, so I can make a decision on which ones I want to dump into the front lines, now that we're getting to that part.
On our own till that day.
So, now is when we have to worry about the front lines, the trenches around here. This will tell us how many people have we sent to the front lines, and if that's going to be enough to repel the Germans. And right now we got nobody. So now we go inside the rehabilitation center, and you, 3-star, we're going to send you to the trenches. So they're going to arrive here. This is going to set the outcome to this one as green, meaning we're probably if all we did was just send this one person there, we would have a decent chance. But you really want them to turn blue. Blue means you have overwhelming defenses, which means you're you're likely to take fewer casualties as a result of that attack. So we're probably going to want to send you to the trenches. Well, actually, hang on. You keep rehabilitating. Did I send you? I did.
Sir, patient is cured.
So yeah, this person is going right back up to the trenches. They're going back into the fray.
Sir, new patient arrived.
Which is great for defending the hospital, but then that's one person who we can't send to HQ for the papers. So you got to make the decision. Again, if you amputate, you can't send them to the front lines or to HQ. You have to let them go, and I mean, you do get the consolation prize of a bump to morale. So yeah, you got to be mindful of who you send where. All right, this was our 12-hour shift change here. It happened at 8 a.m. One annoyance is that the shift change is listed in military time,
Reach the casualty clearance.
but the time here is listed in 12-hour time. I like the idea of military time. It fits the tone
Operation was successful.
of the game very, very much. All right, we got another success. That's fantastic. Oh yeah,
Operation was successful.
our nurse is about to collapse. That's what that icon is. She is exhausted. So she's just going to rest on her own for 6 hours. It's not going to cause anyone in the rehabilitation center to get worse or potentially die or anything. It just freezes their rehabilitation timers. So it takes us longer to reap any rewards from them. But that, I mean, having our nurse collapse is not going to help anybody either. All right, we still don't have anything else. I don't know what else we can do with our engineer. We have our one engineer. We don't have anything else unless there's an improvement that doesn't require papers, but most of the ones require papers. Yeah, we did that. Yeah, we set up that, and then yeah, the improvements to that all require papers. Even these require one paper. So yeah, he's just gonna chill because there's only room for 2 people in the I do wish there was a way to basically tell the thing, like, you know, work 24 hours but leave when you become exhausted, because I have to remember to fetch the nurse when she's done and put her back in the rehabilitation center, which is a little annoying. But knock on wood, so far no deaths other than the scripted first one, so we can in good faith leave our cemetery unstaffed, which is fine. And yeah, there's nobody. Once we have our first battle here, that's when the advanced dressing station is going to become more important for us. All right, fetch the one, fetch the other. How's everyone doing? Good. Everyone's still good. Oh, we have 2 new people. Holy crap. When did you 2 show up? Well, there is a part in the game where it says basically you're gonna have to make the hard decision and deny somebody some coverage, or deny someone treatment. This person takes so much for only a 2-star. For this, we're going to, unfortunately, yeah. You actually take a lower morale hit if you specifically denied somebody than if you didn't. This individual, I might amputate because this is a lot of meds. I think we'll put you here. We will amputate. And yeah, this person can still stick around. They're fine. They should be fine by the time they get to this person. But this person, yeah, we can't fit them in. That's a triple 3 gunshot wound, so yeah. Even though they're 3-star and we're going to have to release them, that's still, yeah. Nurse is back to normal. Back to rehabilitation, please. think what I'm going to do here, we're going to actually set you guys both out here just to rest. And we're just going to send people out exactly as we need them. So we're going to actually convert that back to a 24-hour.
Sir, medics are on the way.
All right, we have some pending. Yeah, it's halted until the nurse gets there. We'll wait till there.
Nurses reached the rehab.
So yeah, once these two get in there, we're going to get like double teams so we can shuffle people through quickly. And then that way all of our people are going to be well rested by letting them sleep while the operations are going. Little micromanagement, but it's worth it in this case. And we can see at a glance. So once these two go here, we should be able to get enough to send them to the front lines to reinforce. And I mean, we don't have to worry about it until this icon reaches here. So we have some time. We could do more papers, but I just don't want to be caught flat-footed. These are some longer operations. How is everyone doing in the CCS? You're critical, yeah. You're up next, and that's why we're gonna double team it with the teams here, just to get them fetched as quickly as possible. I don't think they're dead in the water, but they're getting there. Now, hang on. Who are you operating on? So, John Gunn is the one who's almost done. John Gunn. Yeah, so you actually need to go up here because you're going to be done next. At which point, yeah, you can go down here. And yeah, you're both fine. Actually, yeah, you can, that works out a little bit better. That way the critical person is the one that's, I'm going to go to assignments and get two. Heck, we'll get 3 on there. That way they are ready to rock and roll.
Sir, operation was successful.
Yeah, so one person plucks them out of there. One person is going to go get the new patient. And then as soon as this person's done, they'll be ready to rock and roll. And then we can set them back.
Sir, medics reached the casualty clearing station.
All right, actually, we don't need all 3. We are going to need one of you, though. Into the cemetery, because the one guy that we put there is eventually just going to die straight up. And we have more people coming in.
Medics are on the way.
All right, let's see who we got here. Double gunshot, single. This person is a definite. We will put you up here, my friend. Yeah, you're fine right there. We'll let you rest. You're definitely an amputate. But even then, that's a bit iffy, because that's a lot of supplies for only a 1-star. Even at amputate, that brings you down to a 3. That's asking quite a bit. Also, you're very exhausting for our doctor. Yeah, you know what? I'm afraid, my friend, you're not going to make it. It's one of the tough decisions you got to make. So yeah, you do take a morale hit, but it's not as big as them dying on the table. Or just dying waiting for an operation. Okay. So you are... Let's send you to the trenches. Now we're blue up here. We can send you to the HQ. Yeah, these are all... You can send you to HQ when you're ready.
Sir, patient is cured.
All right, and now we got our papers, which means we can go back to some improvements. Production, maybe. Healing is also useful. Folding stretcher, standard issue. Ah, yes, we want the painkillers, because this is going to become very important very soon.
He was a stonemason here. According to his words.
Oh yeah.
He customarily... Well, Mr.
Basically, we can make a memorial rock that just tells us the name of everyone there. Since they're kind of doing hasty on-site burials, it memorializes who... who has passed away. All right, yeah, everyone's accounted for here. If we put you here, you should be good. So we're blue for the next attack, which is...
Engineers reached the construction site.
Which means we should be good. But whether or not we can handle the ADS influx is another matter entirely. In fact, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, you guys go rest. You guys stick around, because we're gonna have the person that we denied kick off pretty soon, and hope
Medics are on the way.
because these two are gonna take a while in surgery. Also, the transportation time between here and all the way back to the barracks is really long for the graveyard shift, so it's not as useful to send them back just for a quick nap. So I'm only just keeping them only because we know we're going to need them in the near future. Hopefully I can get a quest to give me some more personnel, because, you can get one more medic team with that, but we don't have the capacity for medic teams. All right, speed you up a little bit. Yeah, I think this is a more advanced thing, is letting your medics, keeping them on 24-hour, but then letting them rest when, you have in-progress surgeries. All right, let's see. I just want to see, before we end the episode, I want to see the outcome of these two patients. I will put them back on duty, though, so that we can cycle through nice and quick. Actually, we'll put all 3 on for just a hot second.
Sir, medics are on the way.
Because that way you can pluck these 2 from the ward, get them down to rehabilitation, and then also the 3rd team can go
Sir, operation was successful.
and fetch the new patient from the clearing station.
Sir, we lost this patient.
Yeah, unfortunately, it happens. Even though we got them there in time, they were operated on, but they
Sir,
didn't
medics
work.
reached the casualty clearing station.
Now, there's one improvement that means that right now the dead body is taking up the bed. The morgue lets you bring in a new patient even though they're still dead. A slight time delay here, but it's an improvement that we want to keep an eye on. And yeah, that's fine.
Sir, medics reached the casualty clearing station. Sir, patient is cured.
Patient is cured. All right. Yeah, they're going out, and that gives us some more papers, which is perfect because we can get our engineer going again. All right, folks. So in our next episode, we're going to do a little mini series here. I might go to the end of the first chapter here. Let me know what you think. If you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, it's been Pinstar signing out. See ya.